what they want to do is beat. By CIF Sac-Joaquin. I can see. An older school down. At least. Ball going, possession. Half, about a minute and a half.
A little questionable early on as in the first period. That was a beautiful shot. Girls, all three girls hustling for the ball, but nobody.
First quarter as Taylor again. Long passes rather than ball. On the shot there. With after one here in the
teams coming out hard and fighting. We've seen foreheads hitting each other. We've seen people hitting the plywood. Both teams have open, your head on a swivel, because both teams hustle and both teams love the opportunity to steal balls.
So the first quarter is over. You would expect that those championship game jitters to be out. Do we?
But I don't expect them to stop sprinting at all at this point in time. Both these teams want to win.
As you said it, we're getting ready, set to start the second quarter. Christian Brothers on top, 15-7 here in Division 3 of the Sac-Joaquin section.
Steal right there by Vanden. Careless ball handling. And a beautiful drive inside for the score, and more people on the floor for Christian Brothers.
Mariah Williams able to get that to fall. Mariah Williams, that's her first bucket here of the evening. 1 of 2 shooting on the night. There's Gonzalez. Valmoris trying to come down with it. Williams with the steal, looking to push it ahead.
Oh, NBA 3 right there. Oh, and misses everything and the iron.
Yeah, Taylor, that's the second NBA distance 3 that she's tried to take this tonight.
And now they look to slow it up a little bit.
Yeah, Gonzalez. There's Valmoris. Smart play there. Driving, can't get it to fall. We're going to get whistled on the travel. That is Serena Munoz getting whistled on the travel.
I like, it makes it the name of Valmoris. on the ball. Well, she is just fearless inside the paint. She's not afraid to go into the land of the trees and put the ball up.
No, not at all. She is one of the both with Christian Brothers, what they like to feature. Morris looking for an opening. Nice backdoor cut, but by Gonzalez.
It's a good design play, smart move, but once again, Vanden smart on defense. Saw that coming, was almost took that one away.
Yeah, well, you could see Gonzalez kind of reading the defense there of Kayla Blair, but Blair doing a smart job, able to react quickly enough to not allow Gonzalez to get that backdoor pass.
Well, 15 points for Christian Brothers in almost a quarter and a half. Vanden's only has put in less than double digits so far, so good job by Christian Brothers defense to keep this Vanden team off the scoreboard.
Yeah, Birch inbounding. Here's Val Morris. Val Morris. Nice backdoor feed. Gonzalez again on him with the net there.
Beautiful circus move inside the key, almost connected. As Val Morris is going to slow it up for Christian Brothers. Just as I say that, she shoots through the key and the ball rolls off a Vanden player.
Yeah, Vanden doing a good job of collapsing there on Val Morris, not allowing her to find that open lane. Thought that she had a nice spin move there, but just drove into a crowd there of Vanden players.
Good inbound. Oh, beautiful shot inside on the inbound play.
Yeah, that was Dominique McNeely, and TC want to talk about that play a little bit because I saw McNeely shoot out far and then took another backdoor cut, and I like the movement here that Christian Brothers is featuring. They're doing a lot of movement without the ball, and that leads to a lot of open baskets, a lot of opportunities here for the Falcons.
And what I also like seeing along with what you're saying, Joey, is the fact that they're getting, them being Christian Brothers, getting a lot of second chance shots off offensive rebounds. They're just right now fighting more underneath the hoop than Vanden is at this point in time. They're really, really impressive. And then, as you were saying on that inbound play, but they got great position. That should never happen defensively.
Right.
You should never allow it to happen. But she got wonderful position and a great inbound pass. That's as easy as it comes.
Yeah, she got behind the defenders there and was able to slip inside. And when you can get a nice inside feed there on an inbound pass, it's you'd like it like nothing better than to see something like that as a coach. 5:56 to go here as Christian Brothers leading Vanden at 19-9 here in the Division III Sac-Joaquin section final from Sleep Train Arena. Joey Gonzalez alongside TC Wardell as we are bringing you all the action. TC doing some spot up fill-in work here,
yeah,
but doing a great job nonetheless.
And enjoying it as we watch Vanden here underneath the basket, fighting inside. Beautiful shot, and that's a good move with body control for the points.
Dominique McNeely, the freshman, getting her first two of the evening as they cut the lead, 19-11.
Well, Morris. I like this point guard. And it gets a heck of a pick at the timeline.
Look at the switching defense here by Vanden. Christian Brothers, there's Val Morris looking for the three as McNeely right there with the rebound gets tied up. Possession arrow favors Vanden.
Gonzalez goes out of the game, your enforcer, and comes in McNeely, and she's already made her presence known underneath the basket for Christian Brothers.
5:17 to go here in the first half. Christian Brothers leading Vanden 19-11.
Christian Brothers playing good defense, but they got to get that offense on track too. They're letting Vanden kind of sneak in a little bit.
Here's attempt off the back iron, no good. And here comes Christian Brothers in. Talk about the pace. Pace is really slowed down here.
No question about it, it has. And some of this pass is still questionable and dangerous. Nice spin move inside the lane. She's done that before. And
yeah.
That time it's going to go off the hands of Vanden into the possession of Christian Brothers.
Yeah, Williams doing again, liking that spin move. But both times she's spinning to her right. So, if you're being smart, if you're on her one-on-one. Take away that right hand.
Exactly right.
Force her to the left.
And that's what Christian Brothers been. The back end is my favorite. Gonzalez, I believe, is back into the game for Christian Brothers.
My guess was that you were a big Kirk Rambis fan.
Yeah, I was. Grew up in L.A., yeah. You had to love the role player. The guy just was going to do anything it takes.
He was tough. Rambis spent some time here in Sacramento, and I know he was a fan favorite here for Kings fans as Coach Goley takes the timeout at 4:43 to go here in the first half. Christian Brothers with a 19-11 lead, and we'll talk a little bit here about the game that's shaping up here, TC. Again, we want to mention the pace has slowed down, and for me, the way I see it, it's not so much that Coach Johnson told the team to slow down, but the teams are settling in and feeling a lot more comfortable with where they're at.
I would agree with you, and I think he told them, look, be smarter. Don't slow down, just be smarter. And that might force you to slow down a little bit, just to take a little more time to make the proper pass instead of the rush pass. But what's going on right now is Vanden's kind of sneaking up a little bit. Christian Brothers really hasn't put too much on the board. Vanden only down by 8 now with 4:43 left to go until halftime.
Here's Val Morris getting full court pressure on the back court, trying to avoid that trap. Here's a 3 attempt off the back iron there by Birch, no good. Yeah, Vanden getting pressure in the back court. Moore driving all the way, finds a three-pointer shot.
Look out.
And that was Taylor again. Tony Taylor, after picking up 2 early fouls, making her presence felt here. Tony Taylor now with 6 points to lead the Vanden Vikings.
And Valmeris will turn it over on the travel. And right now, Vanden, after those 3, closing in within 5 points. See a little bit of momentum shift here for the ladies in black. Baseline move. I'm sorry. Again, I'm going to interrupt you every time.
That's all right. We're having fun just going at it, and makes for a lively broadcast. So
this is why play-by-play announcers should not do one color for another. He's just going to run over each other's voices all the time.
So Kiana Moore at the line shooting 2. It was her first trip to the free throw line this evening.
Interesting. Vanden's really kind of come back, as I once again said, kind of quietly, as they now close it to within a 4-point Christian Brothers lead with the free throw good, the second one yet to come.
It does coincide with them kind of settling down, and as we were talking about, not so much, and maybe we shouldn't talk about changing the pace, but they've just settled and gotten more comfortable with where they're at and understanding the situation.
That and the fact that I think the Christian Brothers still trying to make that home run pass a lot of times that Vanden's been able to intercept.
Yeah, you want to, like we were talking about, breaking that press. You want to continue to move the ball, but you don't want to force passes by trying to break that press. Here's Valmora, who's directing the offense. Skip pass over to Gonzalez. NBA range 3. Ooh. No good.
And this one's almost taken away. Whoa.
McNeely. And McNeely looking for some room, and Christian Brothers a little overzealous, getting whistled for the foul there.
Well, we said they were scrappy. They're going to fight and claw for every loose ball or opportunity. Almost tied up the Vanden offensive player on the rebound there. 3:36 left to go until halftime, and that's only a 4-point Christian Brothers lead at this point.
Yeah, Christian Brothers at one time was leading by 10, and Vanden doing a good job climbing back into this one. There's Moore, right side, airballs it. There's Gonzalez with the rebound.
Getting good position on the box out, and another home run pass. This one works.
It's kind of hard when you find your player down there all by themselves to not go for that home run pass. And Gonzalez, as you said, able to get it into the hands there of McNeely. So McNeely unable to drop the bucket, but goes to the line to shoot 2. That
was actually a heck of a pass when I look back at it. That was almost a 3/4 court throw right into the hands. I think Christian Brothers may be looking for a quarterback next season. Gonzalez may be the person.
There you go. Christian Brothers, their football team doing a good job this year. Got into the playoffs the first round, eventually lost to Sumner Soaks, but able to get to that first round there of the playoffs, and a good season there for the Christian Brothers Falcons this year on the football field. As Vanden comes down with the rebound, McNeely unable to convert either of her 3 free throws.
And catching on this, Joey, and this is kind of topping on what you had said earlier, Christian Brothers defensively, I mean, they're harassing the ball, but they're really starting to hit hands too. They're getting a lot of contact and starting to draw fouls. So we're going to have to kind of keep an eye on Christian Brothers' foul situation probably into the second half.
One more foul will put Vanden on the line, as they would be in the bonus situation. Rebound to Vanden. Put back attempt and one. Looks to be Ariana Martinez.
And I believe that was on McKinney, if I'm correct. Or McNeely, pardon me. McNeely, her second team foul, and she had nowhere to go. That was a great position by Vanden to get inside, and McNeely had no other choice but to foul or let her go.
My mistake, I said it was Martinez. Actually, it's Mariah Williams at the line. She gets the and one, so Mariah Williams at the line shooting one, trying to go for three the old school way. She is 2 of 5 from the field tonight. Is her first free throw attempt and able to sink it.
Interesting free throw style. She kind of pushes it to the line.
Been seeing a lot of interesting free throw styles lately.
Oh my gosh, Gonzalez.
Nice left hand there with the left hand there by Gonzalez to stem the tide here from Vanden.
And Vanden loses it there. Gonzalez on the steal, and they're going to get her for a foul. An aggressive move. Just got a piece of hand on that.
Yeah, this will put Williams on the line shooting 1 and 1, and Williams making her first free throw attempt makes it dangerous here. When you're able to climb into the ball game with the clock stopped, there's nothing more ideal than that.
Piece by piece, Vanden is coming back, trailing only by 3 now, with just under 3 minutes left to go until halftime. And Williams with her interesting push shot from the charity stripe.
Williams with 5 points on the night. Made her first free throw. Interesting, as you said, does push it, kind of reminiscent of Sean Marion's kind of chest pass type shot. As ball goes out of bounds there to Vanden off the hands there of Sammy Early, not unable to come down with that pass.
Well, that's been kind of the night so far for Christian Brothers when they're breaking the press. They're either making bad passes or making good passes and just not getting their handle on it. And again, now Vanden turns it over.
Yeah, poor entry pass there from Williams, trying to feed Whitney.
Nowhere to go on that one for the young guard of Christian Brothers. And they got bailed out on that, but no, I think they didn't get bailed out on the possession. That's going to be a foul against Christian Brothers.
Yeah, McKechnie getting called on the turnover there. It was pressure defense there from the Vikings. The Vikings have really settled here in the second quarter.
And they've played tremendous defense. Christian Brothers hardly put anything up so far, only with 21 points.
Vanden unafraid of taking that three, but couldn't get anything going on that offensive possession. 2:05 left on the first half.
As a coach, I'd be scared stiff to see some of these passes. A long three attempt, no good by Christian Brothers.
Valmore's setting up a pick there. An opportunity for Sammy Early, but Sammy Early got nothing but net, but not as
the bottom of the net.
The bottom of the net, yeah. And she hears the calls of air ball from the Vanden fans. 21-18, Christian Brothers.
And they're pretty vocal here tonight, no question about it. To see this team with a shot at the Division III title. 3 attempt up again.
Back iron there by Bader. There's Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking to drive. She's going all the way. Puts up a nice runner and finds a bucket. Asks the referee, where's my and one? But she goes back and plays tight D.
How can you not like the way the grit this girl plays basketball with a great drive and shot?
Gonzalez right now, 4 of 11 from the field, leading all scorers with 8 points. 1:21 to go here in the first half.
And Vanden now loses it again on some sloppy ball handling, giving Christian Brothers an opportunity now to increase their lead.
Yeah, Vanden seems to be climbing back into this, but as soon as they start getting too close, Christian Brothers coming up with the big play, the big bucket in order to stem the tide. There's Valmores now getting pressure. Looks like that's Lanessa Belk now into the ball game here for the Vanden Vikings. Almost turned the ball over. McKechnie finally eventually does turn the ball over back to Vanden, and here's Taylor.
lot of sloppy play. Well, almost traveling, almost called there. And right through the key goes Vanden. Beautiful shot.
There you go. And just found the hole there. Alex Bader found the hole. I'm sorry, check that. That's Whitney driving the lane. And just a wide open hole there for Whitney as 30 seconds coming up here in the first half.
Morris just goes between three huge Vanden players, puts it up. That young lady is fearless inside the paint. She's just not afraid of anything. She'll take the drive, the good guard play. Just a little bit of everything for this team. 30.9 seconds left to go with 3-point Christian Brothers lead. They've really let Vanden kind of sneak back up into this one.
Joey Gonzalez alongside TC Wardell here from Sleep Train Arena. Val Morris at the line. Gets the first one to fall, so Val Morris now 3 of 3. I'm sorry, that's 1 of 2 from the line tonight for 7 points. She's 2 of 7 from the field, but 2 of 2 from 3 tonight, so some good shooting from Val Morris. Maybe she just stay beyond the 3-point arc.
She's been spending a lot of time in the paint so far this evening.
29 seconds on the clock. Vanden looking to slow things down. About a tenth of a second or a couple tenths of a second here off the shot clock. Difference between the game clock and shot clock. In fact, exactly about 0.8 tenths of a second. But they'll go ahead and turn off the shot clock now.
Well, Vanden kind of got bailed out on that play as Tony Taylor ran into the key just wildly, was about to throw up a bad shot, and somebody just got a piece of her arm, and so she goes to the line to shoot 2 and misses on the front end.
Yeah. Tony Taylor 2 of 5 tonight, 2 of 4 from 3 to be exact. So that accounts for her 6 points. 0 of 1, that was her first free throw. 10 years a second of the night. So give her 7 points. As Vanden within 4 here with 20.8 seconds to go.
Now let's see what Christian Brothers does with 18 seconds to go. If they're going to hold this for the last shot as they get some good man-to-man across the timeline and stripped away from, and then picked right back up.
Val Morris unable to get anything to go here. 4 seconds on the clock. Vanden pushing. It's going to be Taylor, but you can't get it to fall, though, as she tried to beat the clock, beat the buzzer. And that's going to be the score at half as Christian Brothers lead. Arena here in Sacramento, California, in the Division III Sac-Joaquin Section Girls Basketball Final between the Christian Brothers Falcons and the Vanden Vikings. Being joined now by Sammy Meckler here. I want to say thank you and thank you for jumping in here on the broadcast here, Sammy.
Thanks, Joey. I'm excited for the second half here.
Christian Brothers leading 21. Christian Brothers, and we're going to get a quick jump ball here as Valmores gets tied up. Possession arrow favors the Vanden Vikings. Teams will go ahead and switch sides of the floor as Vanden coming back out in starting their original 5 here to start the ball game. Christian Brothers also their main starting 5 out on the floor as Vanden hits the 3 to cut the lead to 1. 3 to give her first, actually to give her 5 points here for the night.
Christian Brothers really look out of sorts to start things off. A turnover and an air ball and giving up a 3.
And here's another 3 here by Jones setting up. That one does not find the bottom of the net. And Munoz coming down with the rebound. And here comes Birch looking to push the ball. Gonzalez now driving left side. Try to force an inbounds pass. But perhaps, Sammy, the way that Vanden was able to come back and cut that lead a little bit after being down 10 at 1 point in the first half, that may have put the Christian Brothers out of sorts a little bit.
Yeah, and it looks like Vanden still got their feet on the gas pedals. That second 3 by Jones, even though it didn't go in, it was another wide open 3. It was pretty much identical from the first play of the half when she knocked it down.
In talking with Coach Allison Johnson, she was saying, don't expect for Vanden to take the foot off the gas. They like to pressure, to push the ball and get as many opportunities as they can and force turnovers so that they get extra opportunities. And that's usually what you get off of a running, gunning team. Here's Gonzalez, inside to McKechnie. McKechnie gets whistled. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2. And we'll get the foul here. Foul is going to go against Mariah Williams, picking up her second team foul here for this first half as McKechnie will go to the line to shoot 2. Able to get the first one to fall.
Yeah, Christian Brothers came out with that half-court trap to start things off, but didn't work too well the first 2 possessions, so be interesting to see if they stick with it.
McKechnie able to sink both free throws to keep the Christian Brothers, to keep the Falcons ahead at least by 3 now. 27-24, 6:57 to go here in the second half, third quarter, as Gonzalez forcing that ball out of bounds. Tony Taylor will go ahead and inbound on the far sideline. There's Williams, skip pass to the side to Blair. Blair tries a 3, no good. Birch on the run. Inside of McKechnie. McKechnie, and he's going to get fouled. I look to be as Aliciana Whitney hacking on the top there on McKechnie.
Yeah, that was a really nice look inside from Birch floor.
McKechnie cannot get the first one to fall here, trying to stem the tide here from the Vikings. .642 in the third quarter. Able to sink the second one, get 1 of 2 there for McKechnie. McKechnie at the line tonight. Trying to find her numbers. She's got 5 points. 3 points from the free throw line as McKechnie gets whistled on the foul there that time. That is McKechnie's second of the. We'll put Mariah Williams at the line to shoot 2. Opportunity here for Mariah Williams to cut the lead. I'm sorry, that's Kayla Blair at the line to try to cut this Christian Brothers lead in half.
Yeah, Joey, it looks like both teams aren't going to give up anything easy inside. When Vanden hasn't been shooting 3s, they're going to the line, and Christian Brothers has been getting fouled when they get inside. So both teams are not going to give up anything easy.
Blair perfect on that trip at the line to get the lead down to 2, 28-26. Here's Gonzalez, 3-point attempt, no good. On the run, as Blair try to keep the ball in bounds, and Gonzalez on a hustle play is going to get whistled for for Gonzalez.
Yeah, that was great effort, as it was kind of a blind pass to midcourt, and she almost got that breakaway, but gets called for the foul.
Pretty balanced scoring on both sides of the ball here for both teams. Tony Taylor leads the Vikings with 7 points. She's their leading scorer. Looking at the Christian Brothers Falcons as Gonzalez trying to get a runner to go. She's going to get whistled again an opportunity at the line, but Gonzalez and Valmores tied for the lead for Christian Brothers. They both have 8 apiece.
That was an interesting play on the other end. Tony Taylor was leaning in for the contact there, and she just got the chair pulled out and just lost her balance and threw it up at the hoop.
You know, that's what's happening. So many players watch what's going on in the pros, and you know, normally if you're leaning in, a lot of pros will get that whistle. Here in high school, in the high school levels, they're a little bit more apt to not blow that whistle there when they see a player initiating the contact.
Right, not everyone has the name recognition
of
LeBron James.
Exactly. So Gonzalez able to sink both. Gives Christian Brothers a 30-26 lead. 5:56 left here in the third quarter. Nice feed down to Williams. Williams sinks it 2 and keeps it within 2, 30-28. Christian Brothers, 5:44 left. The scrum, and Sammy, I mean, both of these teams really getting out and diving on the floor for these loose balls. Got to appreciate the hustle here for both teams.
Yeah, and there's Gonzalez on the ground again in the middle of everything. She's when there's a ball on the floor, she's going to be next to it. Seems like
you can see TC really loving the fast pace and living the style here of Alicia Gonzalez as she gets whistled on the foul again. There, Alicia Gonzalez picking up her 3rd now. That's going to be, picks up her 4th, so that's going to be big down the stretch.
Nice takes of the rare layup we've seen so far in the second half.
Ties the ball game up now finally for Vanden. It's been a long time. It's been since the first quarter since Vanden has been this close. Unable to take the early lead so far here in the third quarter. 5:15 remaining as Valmores will go to the line to shoot 2. She got fouled by Mariah Williams, and now fouls start piling up here on both sides of the ball here, Sammy.
Yeah, that's seems like every 30 seconds or so a whistle's blown, and the players are playing aggressively. They're looking to get to the hoop, and that happens when both teams aren't settling for jumpers.
Valmore's front end, no good. So an opportunity here to try to sink the second free throw and keep Vanden at bay. Vanden's been knocking on the door here for some time. Unable to get both, and Vanden an opportunity here for Vanden to take the lead. Looking for it. NBA 3 range, no good. We're going to get a whistle here. Should go against Christian Brothers, and it is Anna Birch, going to get whistled for the foul. Check that, it's Alisana Whitney gets whistled for the foul. That's her 3rd. As you can see, the foul's already piling up here for Vanden, as that's the 6th team foul here for the Vikings. And that's a blocking foul there, going to go against the Vikings. And Adriana Jones and Sammy, I mean, if you're putting Christian Brothers on the line this early in the second half, it's going to make it really difficult here if you're Vanden, especially if you can't get shots to fall.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing really aggressive. They're definitely the aggressor so far this half, and they're looking like the better team so far, but the refs have a short whistle so far, and for the rest of the game, Christian Brothers are going to be in the bonus, and 3 more fouls, which will probably happen pretty quickly at this rate. They'll be in the double bonus.
Yeah, Anna Birch at the line, shooting front end of 1-1, but gets the first one, so able to clear for Christian Brothers, 31-30. Anna Birch unable to sink a field goal tonight. That was, in fact, her first point of this night. So 4:51 to go here in the Division III Sac-Joaquin Section Girls Championship between the Christian Brothers Falcons and the Vanden Vikings. Christian Brothers right now leading 31-30. They are looking for their second ever section title. That's won it back in 2008. And Sammy, I'll turn to you right now. Vanden having a tough time just climbing that hill. They were able to tie it up for a moment, but as you said, whistles going Christian Brothers' way.
Yeah, I mean, Vanden has definitely outplayed Christian Brothers in the first 3 minutes of this half, and Christian Brothers hasn't been able to get really anything going offensively, but Vanden already 7 fouls, and Christian Brothers is in the bonus, so they're staving off Vanden's run from the line, and they still have a 1-point lead, even though Vanden's been outplaying them so far.
Absolutely. Right now, Vanden outscoring Christian Brothers 9-6 in this quarter, as we're going to get a whistle going against Christian Brothers. That is number 11, Giselle Cantiller, who had checked in the last whistle.
And the fouls are going both ways. Vanden has committed 7, but Christian Brothers is their 4th foul of the half.
Here's a quick 3 attempt by Taylor. No good. Rebound to Williams. Sorry, that's Blair. Blair unable to get the shot to go up, but will get an opportunity to shoot 2 from the line. And you see, and generally this is where kind of momentum gets staved off when you see the whistles. I mean, both teams are playing hard and doing their best, but a lot of short whistles here in the second half.
Yeah, but that's definitely true. And the game's really going back and forth with the free throws right now. But that play just there was kind of symbolic of the difference of the whistles, whereas where Christian Brothers have been getting fouled on reach-ins or something along those lines in the half-court set. That was an aggressive play down low by Vanden to force the foul.
So Blair able to tie the game up with hitting one of the free throws, 31-31, but Christian Brothers will turn the ball right back over and give Vanden an opportunity here to take their first lead since the first quarter. Joey Gonzalez alongside Sammy Meckler here from Sleep Train Arena in Sacramento, California, as Christian Brothers' big defense comes up big and forces a turnover there against Vanden, and Vanden still knocking on the door but just cannot get through it as they stall here at 31 apiece. 4:19 to go here in the third quarter. There's Birch looking for an in. Good defense here by Blair, keeping her in the perimeter. And Birch going to go ahead and launch a 3. No good. Rebound Vanden, and they let it go for a little bit. Good, tough defense there by Gonzalez. Forces a turnover on Whitney. Aliciana Whitney getting called for the travel. Good job there by Gonzalez to tie her up.
Yeah, Joey. Christian Brothers, that's a great job because Christian Brothers needs every chance they can get offensively because they're really getting nothing going, and that's a good job drawing up a nice inbounds play to get them to look at the hoop. Because
right, yeah.
in their half-court set, as we saw, that just settled for a dribble and a three-pointer. Not a good look.
Yeah, McNeely going hard, catching the ball up high, and just driving to the lane, gets whistled and gets the whistle blown, and an opportunity to stem the tide and maintain a Christian Brothers lead here as she hits the front end of 2 to give Christian Brothers a 32-31 lead. 4:03 remaining here in the third quarter, and you can really tell play is really slowed down a little bit from that fast-paced breakneck speed of the first half, and a lot of it I think has to do with the officials starting to blow more and more foul calls. Here comes Christian Brothers now catching three-quarter press here from the Vikings. Birch looking for a lane, will drive it, forcing up a shot, gets her own rebound, misses, and here is Vanden.
I can't believe she didn't get a foul call right there after all the quick whistles so far this half. She went to the ground, looked like 2 possible foul calls.
Nice fake and a run there. As Belk able to get it to fall, but McKegney able to answer back for the Falcons. Here's Belk Belk again gets whistled. Try to draw the fake there, but gets whistled for the foul. And Coach Johnson I thought she was wanting to get a timeout there, but Coach Johnson's going to go ahead and make a substitution here. Looks to be Kiana Moore. Kiana Moore checking in here for the Vikings. Alex Bader, coming out.
We were just getting some fluidity to the game. We had a couple of baskets in a row, and then travel broke it up. But hopefully we can. Nice play right here.
Ball going out of bounds off the hand there of a Falcon. Vanden still looking for their first lead here in the second half. Down by 1, 34-33. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Here's Taylor. Taylor launching a three. Doesn't draw anything. Quickly saved there. Must have hit the iron there. As Taylor, I believe it looked like it was Taylor, gives Vanden the first lead here in the second half, 35-34 Vanden.
Yeah, Vanden finally getting off the schneid. They tied the game a couple times, and they've really been pressing Christian Brothers this whole half, and it just seemed like a matter of time before they took control of the game, and they're only up 1, but momentum's definitely in their favor.
Yeah, it took a long time. It was a long hill to climb here for the Vikings, but they finally take their first lead here since early on in that first quarter, or I should say midway of that first quarter. Their nice back pass to Birch. Birch cannot find the bottom of the net on that three-point attempt. And here's Vanden pushing. There's Blair. Blair from NBA range trying to bank it in. No good. And here's Valmora now controlling. Gonzalez will drive baseline. Try to force up a shot. Here's McKechnie able to put it back in. No good. Rebound to Vanden. Here come the Vikings. Taylor kind of just throwing up just a wild, crazy shot there, Sammy.
Yeah, it was a similar move to the last one she had, but this one she had a 2-on-1. You want to get a more sure look, and when that happens on a fast break and you miss, a lot of time it turns out to an easy layup for the other team.
There you go, just like we just saw there with Valmora for Christian Brothers, found Gonzalez all by herself, and Gonzalez found McNeely just essentially basket hanging and was able to get it over to McNeely. So that forces Coach Johnson to call the timeout as Christian Brothers retake the lead at 36-35 with 1:45 to go here in the third quarter of the Division III Girls Sac-Joaquin Section Final. Joey Gonzalez alongside Sammy Meckler. Sammy Meckler here from Sleep Train Arena in Sacramento, California. And right now, late into the third quarter, Sammy, just want to get your thoughts here on the game.
Yeah, it seems that Vanden has definitely been the better team, especially coming out here in the second half. But it's a game of making and missing shots, and they've gotten better looks. But like that layup we just saw, they missed an easy layup, and because the other team hasn't been given time to get back on defense, they have someone wide open at the other side of the hoop. So they just need to finish their shots, and it seems like they'll have the game in control, but they haven't been able to do it so far. So that's why they're down 1, and Christian Brothers is hanging around.
So Coach Johnson taking the full timeout there to get her players. So late third quarter instructions here for her players as they are down by 1, 36-35. Tight ball game here, and Gonzalez continues to play hard. Gonzalez almost going over the ropes here on the sideline.
Yeah, another reason Christian Brothers is staying is because Gonzalez is doing whatever she can do to disrupt everything that Vanden's trying to do, and she's doing a pretty good job.
Alicia Gonzalez doing everything, as you said here. Push up to Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to keep it in bounds. A smart heads-up play there by Gonzalez off the knee there of Blair. And just a smart play there by Gonzalez. What hustle?
Yeah, she got her hand in the passing lane to start the play. Then the pass was too far ahead, but she was able to track it down and make the heads-up play and throw it off the opponent.
Well, T.C. Wardell is here in the first half. And another smart play there on the inbound passes. Time was running down. Birch off the knee there of of Blair. Caleb Blair there of Vanden. But TC really enjoying the play here of Alicia Gonzalez. But as he had said, he was a Kurt Rambis fan, and I think those glasses are really doing a good job there as selling TC Wardell. Rebound out to Vanden. Here come the Vikings looking to push it. Larissa Belk able to keep the ball alive there, possession alive, now turning the ball over. We're going to get a jump ball. Possession arrow favoring Christian Brothers. So Falcons will maintain possession.
When Mariah Williams, when that ball went down, her teammates were calling for her to pass it out, but she just dropped and put her head down and made sure that it was going to at least be a tie-up.
So we've got another timeout here by Vanden as they are down a point, 36-35 with 1:07 to go here in the third quarter. It's been a tight third quarter as the Vikings outscoring Christian Brothers 14-11. In fact, in the last two quarters, Vanden has outscored Christian Brothers 14-10 in the second quarter, 14-11 right now here in the third quarter. It's been that opening quarter where Christian Brothers got out to a nice start, taking advantage of some turnovers here by Vanden and some shaky play by Vanden to take a 15-7 opening lead, and that's the difference here that we have right now.
Yeah, it looks like Christian Brothers' offense has stagnated a little bit as they've been running things pretty much exclusively through Anna Birch and haven't been getting much ball movement, and that's really been a huge difference between both teams.
There's Gonzalez, as you said, about Morris, able to drive the lane. A lot of the plays have come off of broken. A lot of the scoring has come off of broken plays. But here's Vanden trying to take the lead. Too hard off the glass by Taylor. Nice rebound in there by the Vikings and a scrum underneath. And not sure if this is going to go against Vanden or Christian Brothers. We should see right now. It looks early indication that it is going to go against Vanden and Mariah Williams. But I am corrected as Christian Brothers' Serena Munoz picks up her second.
Yeah, Joey, that's like I was saying, that they had a wide open layup for Taylor, and you have to make that if you're going to win the game. I mean, it's a great look to get, best easiest shot in the game, but in order to win, you got to make those shots.
Going too strong to the hoop, and sometimes that's just momentum carrying you too far. You know, some of that is off of excitement and just excitement and adrenaline. You see that open opportunity, you just go too hard off the backboard.
Yeah.
So 36-35 Christian Brothers. Vanden took the lead momentarily here in the third quarter. They're looking to tie this one up now as a front end there of two free throws is no good. 43.7 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Second one no good either, but Vanden comes down with the rebound, and we got to get another tie-up foul. And again, foul is going to go against Munoz, and quickly Munoz picks up her second foul.
Now both teams are in the bonus.
Yes. Correction, that is Munoz's third. They're late to update it up on the scoreboard. So that'll put Blair on the line, shooting 1-1, but not able to get that one to fall. So Christian Brothers maintains possession, maintains the lead. Here's Birch from three. Shot clock is off now. As the ball goes out of bounds, will stay Christian Brothers possession. 27.8 seconds to go here, and Sammy, I'll ask you, what does Christian Brothers need to do to just maintain this possession? I mean, just wait and work for the final shot?
Yeah, I think so, because it seems like they're not getting great shots anyway, and they don't want to let Vanden run out and get fouled, because that's what they've been doing.
Gonzalez with a three attempt, no good. Rebounds out of bounds, and then Caleb Blair had an opportunity for Vanden, but unable to come down with it. And so rebound goes back to Christian Brothers with 16.7 left on the clock. Nice inbounds pass there to McKechnie. McKechnie unable to make anything happen there, though. Here's Vanden pushing the ball. Three-point attempt by Taylor. Taylor looking for the bottom of the net. Can't get it to drop. 2 seconds, 1 second on the clock, and that's probably not a smart foul there.
No.
Overplay by Larissa Belk, and you got 1 second left here in the third quarter, Sammy, and to force get a foul there, time running down, just that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's one of the worst fouls you can make. 92 feet away from the hoop with 1 second left in the quarter. You just want odds of them scoring is extremely low, and you just want to sit down, get a 3-minute rest, and head into the fourth quarter down 1.
As time expires and Valmora's unable to get that shot to fall, it is Christian Brothers leading Vanden 36-35 with 8 minutes to go. Entering in the fourth quarter here on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. We'll step away for just a few moments right here on playonsports.com. Joey Gonzalez alongside Sammy Mackler from Sleep Train Arena here in Sacramento, California, home of the NBA's Sacramento Kings. It's a Division III Girls Sac-Joaquin section final between the Christian Brothers Falcons and the Vanden Vikings. Christian Brothers leading 36-35 right now as they're getting ready to start fourth quarter play. And, I'll turn to you here, Sammy, just as Christian Brothers getting set to inbound this. If you're Christian Brothers, how do you maintain this lead and keep Vanden at bay?
I think it's just about keeping their composure, because it's really playing in this huge stadium where the Kings play with the Kings logo on it. It's definitely going to get to a little bit to both of the teams. I remember when I was in high school, not so long ago. Not right now. Though.
Not right now.
We played in the community college, and that was a much different experience.
Right.
This is where the Kings play. So if they just keep their composure, and it's the section championship, then I think that's their best shot, because the Vanden show that they're probably the more skilled team.
Yeah, you can't let the moment get too big for you. I understand it's still basketball. I understand the stakes are maybe a little bit higher, but it's still basketball, and you just need to go out there and execute. As Christian Brothers doing a good job. 8 seconds on the shot clock, looking for the perfect shot, and there it is for Gonzalez.
Yeah, that was the best look that Christian Brothers has had all half, really. Finally a nice runner going to the hoop.
And Sammy early forces a turnover there on Mariah Williams, forcing her to walk with it, but good patience there offensively for the Falcons.
Yeah, and that was the first time that they've or one of the rare times that they've been able to run something without it being focused so much around Anna Birch.
Here's the inbound pass to McKechnie. McKechnie grabs her own rebound, still unable to convert, and heady play here by Birch will keep possession here for the Falcons as the Christian Brothers student body going with the Seven Nation Army chant. And I tell you, I don't know where it started that chant, but as a fan of the Giants, I heard the Cincinnati Reds doing it. And a fan of the 49ers, I heard the Baltimore Ravens doing it, and that drove me nuts.
So you don't like it.
Yeah. So no disrespect here to the Christian Brothers student body. Not my favorite chant. 6:46 to go here. Christian Brothers maintaining a 1-point lead at 38-37. Tony Taylor able to get it over to Williams, and Williams in the lane. A nice runner. Gets to fall.
Well, maybe this will be the deciding force for how the Seven Nation Army chant plays out. As it's 1-1 so far between those two.
There you go. Tony Taylor drawing the blocking foul will put Val Morris on the line, and Val Morris will shoot 2 as now Christian Brothers finds themselves in the double bonus. So 10 fouls already here for the Vikings, and that was the case. I mean, you saw them starting to collect fouls early in that third quarter, and now this is the price they're going to be paying here. You're going to have to watch that aggressive defense if you're Vanden.
Yeah, the game's found a nice flow after the really choppy first few minutes, but because of those all those fouls that happened at the beginning of the half, everything's gonna stop. We're gonna have a lot of free throws from here on out.
And Taylor steps on the inbound line, the sideline. Another unforced turnover here by Vanden will give the ball back to Christian Brothers. And two things you can't afford to do here as the game gets tight in the late moments here, Sammy, is foul and give uncontested shots here, as we got an injured Viking down on the floor. Not exactly sure what happened. Looked like Val Morris and the injured Viking, Aliciana Whitney, collided. And Whitney's slow to get up, and you really hope she's okay. She was favoring that knee, and any time a player goes down with that knee injury, especially in basketball, you really hold your breath and hope it's not too serious an injury.
Yeah, you never really know how severe it's going to be. She was trying to get up just now, but she couldn't, and obviously her coach is telling her to go back down because you don't want to put too much stress on it, no matter if it's just a bruise or what. You just want to wait and see what happens first.
But going back to my last thought here, as Christian Brothers with a 2-point lead at 41-39, the situation here, it's going to get very close. And two things going against Vanden right now is Christian Brothers, I should say Vanden is in the penalty with 10 fouls, so Christian Brothers will be shooting free throws, 2 free throws each time now on a foul. So you really got to watch your aggressiveness and the unforced errors, unforced turnovers here for Vanden. So how do you stay aggressive? How do you maintain aggressiveness, but make sure that you don't get over aggressive, committing silly fouls and silly penalties?
Well, I mean, it seems like it's part of Vanden's DNA to be aggressive. So they can't just sit back and go into regular half-court defense and not pressure Christian Brothers, but they need to stay under control. They can't have turnovers like they just did, stepping on the sideline on the inbounds play. They need to be smart and just play fast and aggressive, but under control.
Aliciana Whitney coming out of the game, she was able to walk off the floor, so good sign that she was able to get to her feet, but the way she hobbled off the floor, I would be surprised if she was able to come back into this ball game. And so unfortunate loss there for the Vikings, losing Whitney like that. Christian Brothers leading 41-39, 6:05 to go in the fourth quarter. Shot attempt no good here by Vanden. Here's Blair, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, can't get it to fall. Here's Williams with the lefty, drops it. Tie ball game here at 41 apiece, 5:47 left in the ball game.
Vanden got 4 really quality looks right there, and they just muscled their way to the hoop time and again until they finally got it to fall.
Val Morris cannot get the 3 to go, but there was Birch with a timely rebound and puts it back up to keep Christian Brothers on top, 43-41.
Vanden, as good as their offensive rebounding was on one end, they don't box out and give up an easy layup on the other side.
Yeah, Vanden is getting out rebounded 30-28, as you said. Defensively,
but they do get another layup right there. So the offenses are picking up a little bit here with only a few minutes left.
Game starting to open up, as you said here, Sammy. And just as I say that, there's a foul against Mariah Williams. Will put Serena Munoz at the line to shoot 2. That's Williams, her 4th. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's her 4th foul.
Yeah, that's not the type of foul you want to commit, as Williams was going to her left, tough shot. She would have had to execute a tough shot going to her left in the lane, and just not a spot you want to be in, putting her on the line right now.
Yeah, Mariah Williams. So Mariah Williams finds herself in deep foul trouble here as she goes out with 4 personals. She is a Vikings leading scorer. She's got 15 on the night coming into the ball game. She does lead the Vikings with scoring just under 11 points a game. As Munoz hits both free throws to keep a 2-point lead here for the Falcons. And at some point you wonder, I mean, is Vanden ever going to get an opportunity here? Or I shouldn't say an opportunity, but is Vanden ever going to be able to get over the hump here? It seems that Vanden, is the short time that they had a lead, Christian Brothers came right back and killed that.
Yeah, they did. And especially with their leading scorer coming out of the game with the 4 fouls, it's going to be tough.
There's a deep foul there, and those are some of those silly. I understand the aggressiveness and going after the rebound, but at some point you need to understand you need to lay off. There's a foul there by Adriana Jones off the long rebound, and that's what you're going to get with those deep threes. You're going to get some long rebounds. So if you don't have anybody in position there to rebound, you got to let it go, because what happens now, both of you go for the ball, and Jones gets called for the foul and just puts Munoz back on the line to shoot 2. Luckily, she missed the first one, but she's got one more to go here.
Yeah, you have to be smart there. When the shot goes up, your guard at the top needs to rotate back to get, because she's the last line of defense, instead of going for the rebound. Worry about what the other players on the court worry about that rebound, and you just get back on defense.
So that foul not hurting the Vikings too much, but that turnover just might. There's Valmores looking for a hole. Going to get herself trapped. There's Birch now. Inside to Gonzalez, and aggressive play there as Gonzalez, a nice cutting across the lane. Gets pushed from behind by Belk, and he'll put Gonzalez at the line. And over-aggressive defense here by the Vikings, really not working out on their favor.
Yeah, that was a tough call as Vanden just tried to jump the passing lane. Looked like it was pretty clean, but when you put the call in the hands of the official, sometimes they're going to see some contact.
Exactly.
And make a call.
Yeah, and sometimes, a lot of times you got to give your, as you said, these players an opportunity for the ball, especially if if it's right there for them, but unable to, they go with the quick whistle, and now a 4-point lead here for Christian Brothers as the Vikings facing a 47-43 deficit with 4:34 to go here in the ball game.
Yeah, Williams is coming back in. I think that's a real necessity for Vanden. She was playing lights out when she was taken out with her 4th foul, but things have started to unravel a little bit since she came out of the game.
Full court pressure now by the Falcons, able to get broken up. Here's Blair. Lays it in. Nice press break there between Moore and Blair. But Valmore is looking to answer right back. And a lot of Vikings falling to the ground. Here's Taylor. Kicks it out for 3. There's Jones. Unable to find the bottom of the net. Rebound Vanden. And this time Christian Brothers going to get called on the whistle. As Tony Taylor went down hard. Looks to me, she's grabbing her head. I think she had hit her head hard on that floor. And unlike a high school gym, there's no give on that. When you come down on this floor, you go down hard, Sammy.
Yeah, but she gets up. She looks like she's okay, and now finally Vanden's getting to the free throw line.
An opportunity, as you say, here for the Vikings to chop away at this lead. As now Vanden in the penalty, I should say in the bonus. Christian Brothers finds themselves in the penalty. We've got 18 fouls. That'll put Tony Taylor at the line shooting 1-1. Tony Taylor with 9 points so far tonight. Able to find the front end of that 1-1. So another shot here and a chance for the Vikings to tie this up. 4:05 to go here in the Division III Girls Sac-Joaquin Section Championship as Taylor ties it up. Got a good one going late here tonight. Just a one-on-one press break as Birch taking it all the way to the hole. Good job there by Anna Birch. And Moore looking to get herself pickpocketed. Able to break the press. There's Taylor. Taylor trying to go one-on-one. Gets herself into a situation and forces a pass and a turnover here. Now Gonzalez for Christian Brothers. All the way to the hole. Alicia Gonzalez finding the net on that right-handed lay-in. 51-47 Christian Brothers, and Moore attempting a three. Can't get it to fall, and Birch with the big rebound. Finds McNeely all alone, cannot handle the pass. Forces a shot up, and good defense there by Moore. And considering the whistles, all the whistles we saw there in the third quarter, no more. I don't see where the whistles are coming. A lot of contact here. Been waiting for it a couple of times.
Yeah, the Vanden players looked like cones on those last two drives from the Christian Brothers. They're just reaching and hoping for a steal, and Gonzalez and Birch each were able to evade 4 or 5 defenders throughout the play and get to the hoop for a layup.
Yeah, as you said, very good ball handling skills there by the Vikings. I'm sorry, by Christian Brothers. But here's Vanden looking to get something to go as Christian Brothers with a 4-point lead. Valmore looking to add to that and able to do so. A 6-point lead here for the Falcons. They lead 53-47. And we're going to get a timeout here as Valmore is on the Christian Brothers Falcons on a big run here. 2:51 to go here in the fourth and final quarter of the Division III Girls Sac-Joaquin section final.
Yeah, Joey, I have to think that Vanden's coach, Allison Johnson, is telling her team that they need to make Christian Brothers beat them. Don't reach and go for all the steals. Just stay and don't foul. Just stay in front of them, make them make shots, and they can score 6 points in 3 minutes to catch up. But they just need to stay in front and be fundamental and make Christian Brothers show that they can score over Vanden and not just through fast breaks and free throws.
Yeah, it looks to me that Vanden's been doing a good job, decent job of breaking the press just with the dribble. Usually see, what you want to use when you break a press is a pass out of it. But They've been doing a good job of breaking the press just with the dribble and get some numbers down the floor, but they cannot finish at the basket. And so they really need to figure out how to finish around the hoop if they hope to tie this one up and hopefully come down with the win. Still a lot of time, just under 3 minutes to go here in the ball game. But obviously Christian Brothers with a lot of momentum right now.
Yeah, they haven't been finishing, and they also haven't been getting back on defense after a miss.
Tony Taylor almost losing that while dribbling and forcing a pass. Luckily for Vanden, Val Morris knocks that ball out of bounds. So Vanden will inbound near their own baseline.
Yeah, the Christian Brothers players have been flying all over the court the last couple of minutes.
Here's Taylor will inbound on her baseline. Gets the feedback from Jones. Able to drive baseline. Nice reverse lay-in there by Taylor. Now defensively they need to get back, as you said there, Sammy. Here's Gonzalez. Takes it at half court. Going to take it all the way. Looking to force a pass inside of McKechnie. Going to get a kick ball here against Vanden.
Yeah, that drive from Taylor was nice. Looked like she should have been cut off baseline, but she was able to just squeeze along there and get around for a pretty easy layup.
Want to let you know, folks, to stay tuned as we've got to wrap up the action here from Sleep Train Arena this evening with the Division III boys final between the top seeded Modesto Christian and I forgot their mascot. Between top seeded Modesto Christian and the second seeded Sierra out of Manteca. And should be an exciting matchup. I believe you're on the call on that one as well there, Sammy. So should be a great matchup.
Yeah. They have Modesto Christian has 2 players who have committed to University of Pacific. So definitely good teams, and I'll see them playing in the future in the Big West.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. And Modesto Christian, a lot of tradition, a lot of history there for for that team, and Coach Gary Porter got 14 section titles. This is the first time in Division III, however. A lot of those coming in Division IV and Division I. As Christian Brothers continues to put up points, 55-49 now here for the Falcons.
She threw the ball off the back of the of the person guarding her on the inbounds, her back was to the baseline, and you don't always see that in high school basketball.
No, you don't. A lot of heady play here by the Falcons as Jones steps inside, knocks down the 18-footer to keep Vanden within striking distance. They've cut the lead to 4, 55-51, a minute 45 to go. Here's Birch trying to force a pass there to McNeely. And Vanden gets a turnover, comes up with it. An opportunity here for the Vikings. Probably want to slow this one down. Here's Tony Taylor. Taylor driving.
Doesn't want to slow it down.
Yeah. Looking like she wanted to force it there. Almost losing it, though. Here's Blair driving. Nice open lay in there for Blair. A good pick there to get her open along the right side. Have cut the lead to 2, 55-53, a minute 13 to go. An exciting end of the game here in the Division III girls final.
You have to think that Christian Brothers is going to look to get to the ball to Anna Birch, but they don't.
Yeah, got to rotate late on the rotation. Gave Valmores the opening. Able to run as a 5-second violation called against Vanden. And one thing you got to remember as a player, Larissa Belk, you can run the baseline, the length of the baseline in that inbounds play, but really she didn't take advantage of that.
She didn't take advantage. She was standing the spot where you're not supposed to stand. They teach you not supposed to stand underneath the backboard.
Exactly.
And only one Vanden player was helping out to get the inbounds pass also.
57-53, Christian Brothers, under a minute to go here as Val Morris holding. Going to play some ball control here for Christian Brothers. Larissa Belk looking to foul. She's getting the call here from Coach Johnson, and Johnson really frustrated with the instruction and the way that her team is probably just Johnson really getting Coach Johnson really wondering, some late game, mistakes here costing her Vikings.
Yeah, now it's just up to free throws. Vanden has to foul and they have to score. We'll see if they go for some quick 2s or 3s. But if Christian Brothers doesn't miss their free throws, it's going to be pretty tough for Vanden to have any sort of shot.
Birch misses that first one, the front end. So still a 2-possession game. As Larissa Belk has fouled out now. Larissa Belk finishing with 4 points on the night.
Birch misses the second one too.
36 seconds to go. Vanden's going to have to score quickly here. There's Moore. Moore forcing it inside. I'm going to get a foul here. And an opportunity to score here from the line for Vanden. And it looks to me that Aliciana Whitney back out on the floor. Injured and all here, Sammy, but an opportunity here for Vanden to cut the lead here. And if you're Christian Brothers, that's not what you want.
No.
You want to play aggressively, but you do not want to give Vanden an opportunity at the line.
The clock stopped.
But the clock stopped, as you said, as we're seeing the replay here of that last basket there by Birch. The player, unfortunately, turning her back to the play, to the inbounder, and you'd never want to do that. It was Kayla Blair had turned her back there to Anna Birch for Christian Brothers. So Aliciana Whitney at the line shooting 1-1. Needs to get the first one if they're going to have a chance. Can't get it to fall. And you can see, unfortunately for Whitney, can't get out to her to get her own rebound. Really slow, hobbling. In fact, she's essentially playing out there on one leg.
Yeah, it was a long rebound, and it looked like Vanden might have a chance for it, especially Whitney, because she was starting out far at the free throw line, but she's just not agile right now enough to to track it down.
So foul against Whitney puts Munoz at the line. Able to get the front end. Gives Christian Brothers a 5-point lead. Still some time here for Vanden, but they're going to have to play some smart ball down the stretch here, Sammy, with 24.2 seconds left on the clock, despite what Munoz does with this free throw attempt. Now a 6-point lead, 3-possession game here. I guess you could still call it 2, but that's almost a prayer there. Long 2 by Blair, no good. Here's Christian Brothers. Christian Brothers just going to hold. Turns the ball over, 10 seconds. Taylor. Knocks down the 3, 7.4 seconds. Tony Taylor giving the Vanden Vikings some life here as time's running out.
She's been shooting those NBA threes all game, and most of them haven't gone down, but with 7 seconds left, down 6, you need one to go, and she gets it to go.
Yeah, Tony Taylor only 3 of 9 from three-point land tonight. But knocking down that last 3 gives her 16 on the night. You know, none bigger than we said. I'm sorry, I said, I'll repeat myself, 3 of 9, but none bigger than that last 3 there by Tony Taylor.
Yeah, and Joey, I thought that they might call a foul, actually, as the Christian Brothers player was running by and tried to block it from behind. That's tough play to see whether there's contact made, but you never know if the official is gonna see and think that there's contact, and she could be. If they called a foul, she would be on the line for a possible 4-point play.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, so maybe Christian Brothers may be getting away with one. So where you're coming, your Coach Johnson, I mean, you're going to run a press here. How do you force a turnover here for Christian Brothers? You got to go for the turnover quickly. If it's not there, I expect them to foul.
Yeah, if they don't get the steal on the inbounds, then they have to foul.
Smart play there by Christian Brothers.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that you can pass it to someone else who's out of bounds after a made basket, because it's the same thing as running the baseline, and it's not intuitive for the defense to guard against that, so they don't expect it.
Yeah, I just say, I mean, some great coaching here by Coach Culley. I mean, this Christian Brother teams they have a high basketball IQ to be able to come up with plays like that, getting the pass inbound, out of bounds pass. Birch throwing the ball off the defender on the inbounds. A couple of some heady play here, but down the stretch by the Falcons to maintain this lead and perhaps walk away with their second ever section title.
Yeah, and with that free throw make just there, it's going to be pretty tough for any hope for Vanden right now.
5.5 seconds to go here in the ball game. Balmore is able to sink both, 61-56. Time running down here for the Vikings. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. Going to force up a prayer here, and time runs down as a shot attempt by Tony Taylor, no good. And Christian Brothers is your Division III Girls Sac-Joaquin Section champion.
What a finish. Vanden was pressing Christian Brothers the whole game. It looked like they were inching back. They took the lead a couple times, but Christian Brothers just held out. They showed their resilience. So many smart plays in the fourth quarter, and they deserve the section. They deserve the championship.
Absolutely. Normally we'd go ahead and take a timeout here as we discuss our some of what we're deciding to do and get our player notes here. But to me, I kind of gonna feed off of what TC Wardell was saying. She may not have been actually, in fact, she was the leading scorer on the team. But to me, she's not that's not the reason why she is the player of the game. Alicia Gonzalez here for Christian Brothers, our Play on Sports player of the game. I would give it to her, not just because she wound up with 18 points here tonight, Sammy, but because just such heady play in the hustle that she displayed here tonight.
Yeah, and I think particularly when things in the stretch that span in the third and fourth quarter, when Vanden really had Christian Brothers on the ropes and Christian Brothers had nothing going offensively, she was creating extra possessions and wreaking havoc on for Vanden defensively, and she was just keeping them in the game a little bit and giving them time to get their offense going.
Let me give you a little quick snippet of her line. 7 of 18 from the field. I'm sorry, 7 of 18 from the field, 4 of 4 from the line. Came down with 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal, and was just all over the court. But just you could see a high basketball IQ there by Alicia Gonzalez.
Yeah, she was everywhere. She was making plays. She was getting in passing lanes, and she was really the person on Christian Brothers, the player who was always in the middle of everything.
Well, as we begin